right. Let's see. I just finished charging my TST. I don't think most of you guys know that we ended up putting a tire pressure monitoring system on the RV and on the truck. And it took forever because I didn't realize how many tires there are. So while charged, I was looking at the website, and we are breaking in on your Tuesday to go over something as I was changing. Sheila, are we sold out on the Oregon Huddle?
No.
Did you hear that? She said no. You really want to see behind the scenes? I'm drinking a today's flavor of Celsius, not sponsored by the way, still waiting, is Cosmic Vibe. Sheila is back here in the office gleaning some sunshine, so we can't put the back deck down because of where we're at, but here's where she is. Oh, look, you've got your little light. This is nice. Where did you get this? I don't remember where we picked that up.
Oh, where did we pick that up? I don't know, but it was what I was looking for. So
I know, and it goes up. We used a command strip, and then we run it over, and then we plug it in behind the TV.
It just gives me some extra light.
I was sharing with them that,
hey,
see, this is what happens when you guys are not. You're wondering, well, where's Sheila working, and how does this all come together, and what?
I'm back here in the back where I can close this door when you're editing, and it.
Then you can use this space. We can't
There's
put
Zen back here.
whatever. As I'm editing and going over the same thing over and over and over. And she can usually put down the back deck and have light. So she has light out the side, but we can't do that.
Sometimes, what I love.
What do you love? Share.
Yes, I'm working, right? Like, this is more than a full-time job.
Right.
But the beauty is that sometimes there's mountains out my back door.
This is true.
Sometimes there's a big field.
So
sometimes there's a river.
We look at ourselves as travelers.
Yes.
And the RV, we don't talk about quite as much because whatever you're choosing to ride around in is just the mechanism. You could be in a car and doing tent camping when you're just going to places. So it's irrelevant to us how you get there. It's just that you go.
Yes.
I think that's the spirit of us.
Just come out.
And
come out and play.
So meaning of coming out and playing, I'm trying not to talk in circles. Sheila says I talk in circles a lot.
That's okay. We all love you, regardless. And I just try to decipher what he's saying.
Yeah. So, and what I'm doing. So Sheila never knows. But question, our Oregon Huddle, and then I got to thinking, I was like, this is the start of the RV season. Or just travel. Like you're going to go make memories with your family.
Spring is here.
In the planning process, we all know Sheila is, she's a huge planner. Right about now, you are looking at all of the different rallies and all of the different things that you may want to sign up for. And you need to be making those. If not, now you might be already behind the 8 ball trying to plan and do something. Because there's so many different communities that you want to plug into, depending on how you travel.
Well, I think that's one of the questions that we get a lot. Is people are like, how do you determine where you're going to go? Mm-hmm. And I think the thing that I say that I start with.
Yeah, she starts because I don't do anything.
He just pushes go. Is
meaning on the GPS.
The GPS is, what are your big rocks? Like, start with your big rocks. Like, what are the main big things that you want to travel to see? And if that's a rally, like, okay, I want to I want to go to this rally. Like, I'm going to go to the Grand Design Rally, or I'm going to go to the Frog Rally or the Alliance Rally. I'm going to hit this Switch It Up Huddle.
Full-time families rallies.
Yep, escapees events. I'm going to hit this Switch It Up event or that. Like,
those are big nuggets.
Like,
for a lot of
like make a list of those are the top things that these things would be really ones that you'd want to see. Or maybe this year you're like, okay, we haven't been to Glacier National Park, or we're going to hit this national park. Put those in on your calendar, and then as you figure out the dates and where those are, then you just start to map what are the things to see in between. What are the small things?
Yeah, usually, well, I'll give you Arizona, for example. Like when we were going to Arizona, she would be like, okay, we got to be there at that date. You know, we might take a week to get there. We might only drive 4 or 5 hours and stop and see things. And
yeah, see something that we want to, do something that we want to see along the way. And
but I mean, some of the things like the Grand Design Rally, you have to put that on your calendar now. Like if you're the big rally up there, and it is an experience.
The National Rally, it's in August.
Mm-hmm.
Tickets are usually come available in April for that.
So you want to get on and find out when that is, and you want to like book it like seconds after it goes online.
Same thing with like the Albuquerque Balloon Festival.
Yes.
The minute that is available, and I was noticing like...
Put it in your Google Calendar.
Yes.
That's what Sheila does. She puts it in her Google Calendar in like 5 minutes. She's like, oh, we got to get online.
Yes. Like a little timer says, oh, we got to get online. Yeah. So even like I was looking, the Alliance Rally, they've moved that. It's May, but it's already... It's
already sold out.
If you didn't put that in your plans, like that one, that ship sailed. But there's a Frog Rally, which is the Forest River. That one, they haven't started selling those tickets yet. So if those are like rigs that you have, or I know Tiffin does a rally, Newmar, like all these brands, it's just a great way to meet people that, have the same...
And then take that into consideration. And if you're looking like, okay, well, I don't even know what rallies to go to or where I want to fit in for community. Of course, there's RV creators like ourselves, or Phil and Stacy, or
Let's Jump More Journey,
or there's lots of different creators that are doing events too. Jimmy and Lisa, with Find Us Camping, so they're doing some different things. So there's community all around, and then you can kind of figure out, maybe you plug into one of those events to go to the next event and build those relationships. And then after a while, we developed something called crew campouts, where then it's smaller. And so you make your friends at these events, and then you come to smaller community engagements. So, I mean, it becomes a big part of this because the people in the community is what makes it so special.
Yeah, just to keep in mind though, so we do a once a year United Rally.
Mm-hmm. We just started that, and it was fabulous. So put February of 26 on your calendar in Florida.
Yes. But what I was going to say is that a rally is completely different than a lot of what the content creators are doing. Like for us, for our huddles, like our Oregon huddle, we're going out, we're going to a winery, we're going
waterfalls.
We're
going to go on a waterfall
We're going to go look for the waterfalls, go on some hikes. We're going to, we've got a path that we're going to take and go down. We do give back. So we go to an event, go to an area, and then we give back into that community. Now, I know rallies, they usually will, a lot of times they will gather supplies for something. We do that at the United Rally. A rally is a lot more, I think, information focused.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of workshops and stuff.
Yes, and I think that that's fantastic. But our huddles are geared towards, let's explore that area, and then build relationships so that you then find somebody that you want to go camping with in between those things. Just meet new people.
In that, our Oregon huddle, it's not sold out.
No.
So, but that's only weeks away. That's the end of May. So, and the thing is depending on where these are all set, you might not be traveling to the West Coast. Right. So that's why we say there's so many different places you can plug in to where you are in the United States or where you're traveling. So if you're going to be on the West Coast, you should look at our Oregon. If you're going to stay East Coast, you should look at Let's Jump More Journey is doing a splash camp out or something.
They've got one coming up in Florida, Milton, Florida.
So there's so many different places that you can plug in, or you have to sign up for newsletters. You should go to, a lot of the different creators have newsletters that you can keep up to date. So you should sign up for our newsletter so you can see where our stuff is as well. But not only that, our huddle schedule, she tries to put them out 6 months in advance. So after Oregon, what's the next one?
South Dakota. So we're going to South Dakota in September.
Yep. Still kind of west.
Yes. And then we're going to do a road trip this year.
So we're testing something new.
I've been working on the road trip. That'll be in October. So I'm looking forward to that. But the goal is really just for you to continue to find community on the road.
Yep.
That's That's it. And we explore things together. It's
and you get to see all kinds of stuff. Like the United States is so massive, and it's so beautiful. So, and I still don't know where everything is.
it's just more fun to experience those things with other like-minded people.
We're going to do a series coming out kind of talking about life, like full timing more, if you're traveling a lot more, if you're most timing, I guess you could say that too, and kind of go through a lot of different things where we're going to talk about the insurance aspect on the road and how we handle a lot of different aspects from planning to things to see. So if you like that, then you should follow along, subscribe. But yeah, I think we have learned so much. Like some people ask, hey, what is a good tip for traveling to, say, Glacier? Because a lot of times, because they see us doing the bike ride at Glacier National Park. And little side tip is if you're going to do Glacier, you want to do it right around Father's Day week. And
before they put the guardrails back up.
And you need to start researching that. Unfortunately, the snow, depending on how much snow it is, melts and stuff. But that's how we got on that road with no traffic. And it's beautiful.
Yeah, I'd love to do that again.
Yeah, so there's
put that on my list.
We've learned so many things. Somebody just sent out a thing. It's like, hey, how did you guys take that boat up in upstate New York?
Oh, yeah.
The fun boat ride we did. And I was like, is it boring? Yeah. And I was like, no, it's not boring. But it's so beautiful. And now we think about going back to those things and then bringing our friends.
Well, a lot of times that's what we're doing. We're scouting this out and we're like, oh, we need to bring the grandkids here, or we need to bring the crew here.
Yeah. Or like we just did Lukenbach, Texas, and you'll see that video soon, and you'll see how we kind of come up with this amazing idea that we'd like to do in the future.
Okay, ladies. It's not just you. Did you just hear me say, take your grandkids or the crew? And then he said, or you. So he just still doesn't, he didn't listen. Didn't listen to what I'm saying. I did
listen.
Well, what's the difference between the crew and
them?
I listened.
They are the crew. It's in my head. There's squirrels running around in my head. I have issues. That's how come when I look and I go into the refrigerator and I can't find, the jelly. And she goes, it's right there. It's like, there's no jelly in here.
And it's not even behind anything. So it's not like, if you too have a husband like that, I feel you. I understand.
Whatever.
But, yes, we could go with your grandkids or your family, or we could take the crew.
Yes. And that involves you. Anyway.
Yes, we just went, that's what we're doing. We're exploring to see what all there is to see.
Yeah, and we wanted to break in on a different day, because a lot of times we get so many messages of people saying, I didn't know about that, or I didn't know about this. And it's really hard to reach out on all the different platforms, and we've just found that the dedicated crew that are out there, you guys will tune into this video and find out if it's, if you want to come to one of the events or how you find out about it. But just not us. We want you to know that there's so many options that you need to just check around and see. That's why we mention everybody, is we want you to be enjoying your RVing or just travel experience, like truck camping and overlanding and all those things.
Yes, just come out and explore. There's a lot to see, and there's great people out here. So that's
okay. We're download our app. Our app, we're putting all kinds of new stuff on it too.
Yeah, that was fun. We had somebody reach out today that they saw where we're at, and so we're going to get together next week and have dinner.
That's what the app's for,
right?
Is so we can reach out to each other.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to let you go back to work. I'm going to finish my Celsius, and I'm going to edit Sunday's video so you guys can watch that. So you better follow along anyway.
I'm going to put some final details together for Oregon and our October road trip. That's what I'm going to do.
The road trip's going to be fun.
Something different.
You don't want to tell them anything about the road trip?
It's in October.
Okay, that's all we're going to say.
And it's that way.
What is that way? Is that north, south, east, west?
It's going to...
Because nobody knows which direction you're facing?
It's going to be like Midwest to the east.
It's that way.
We're going to drive that way.
Okay. Well, pay attention. All right, thanks for tuning in. She's going to go back to work.
I'm going back to work. Are you going to go back to work?
I am working. This is work. Like, we're working right now. Look at us.
One
We're
of us
talking to you.
has got the easier gig.
That is not true.
Oh, how did you assume that I was saying that you had the easier gig?
Oh, whatever. We all know.
We're out.
We're out.